Everybody, we are back. It is Taped On Live's favorite podcast, favorite channel, favorite everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course pandasups.com. Use TDL for 35% off. All right, so today we are talking about the Green Bay Packers. All right, we got Monday Night Football. We're going to be on prime time again. We got to hope the Raiders don't embarrass us again on prime time. It was kind of embarrassing last time, but,
it was embarrassing.
It was pretty embarrassing. All right, so hopefully they don't do that. We got Jimmy Garoppolo back this week, after watching Aiden O'Connell, so we'll see how Jimmy looks a little better. Devontae Adams is questionable on the injury report.
Yeah,
Nate Hobbs is out, so more Emmitt Robinson this week. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this game goes. And now we got the Packers. So Matt, what are some of your thoughts on the Packers defense? Let's start there, and then I'll talk about the offense a little bit, and then we'll get in the film.
They're a solid unit overall. But they're definitely beatable. Have their strengths, have their weaknesses. I was going to go over the running game a little bit, just because that is one of their weaknesses, at least on paper. And I think my guy Justice Mosqueda, who does the Acme Packy company for over at SB Nation that covers the Packers, was telling me that they've basically been terrible against the run since LaFleur took over and Gutekunst took over. So.
Okay.
Kind of dive into what they've struggled with, or what the Lions were able to get some success against them. And two, they do have quite a few pass rushers on their defensive line, so going over how they can be dangerous, a little bit different than what the Chargers like to do as far as schematics and personnel and whatnot. So,
okay, all right. So Packers offense is they can't run the ball. So that's really the foundation of this team, and that's the biggest problem they're having right now is they can't run the football. They're really their offensive line is not working. They're still doing pretty good passing the football, I believe. Let me look at the EPA here. Yeah, they're 22nd in rushing EPA, but in drop back EPA they are 9th. So that kind of shows you how the balance that they have. And I think most of that's on big plays. EPA, if you have a lot of explosive plays, I think because Jordan Love, he loves to. He's gonna hang in there, man. He's gonna hang in that pocket, try to make sure he gets that deep ball throw. He's gonna hang in there. So there's gonna be opportunities to get sacks. They got their offensive linemen are coming back. I think Jenkins and Runyon are gonna play this week, but the right tackle still got to face Max Crosby. So that's gonna be. I think it's be a good day for Max Crosby. I think it's gonna be a good day for whoever's on the left side if they can work that out too. So I think the offensive line is leaky and they can't run the ball. So it's they are really dependent on Jordan Love and these average wide receivers he has around him. So, and then Christian Watson. Christian Watson, I think he's healthy now.
Fine. Yeah, he's healthy now.
Yeah, he's healthy, but
not a Romeo Dubes fan.
I'm not sure he's okay.
He had a good start to the year, at least. I haven't watched it too much, but
he's a good number two. He's a good number two. But
all right.
I think Love likes Watson the most, and Jaden Reed. He likes Jaden Reed a lot.
Yeah, slot guy. He's closest to him, especially if he's taking on a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he's closest to him, so he really likes him. But any other Raiders news besides that? I don't think anything else happened.
That's about it. Just the injury stuff so far. So thank God.
Yeah,
the past few weeks.
Chiefs won, and the Chargers don't play this week, and the Broncos they lost. They lost the Hackett Bowl.
Yeah, Hackett's revenge, man.
So the Raiders, if you guys want Caleb Williams, if they win, man, I don't know what to tell you. Win this game. All right, man.
Well, that's the thing is that Broncos win is looking pretty bad now if you're playing in the Caleb Williams with Sweet.
If you're playing the Caleb Williams 2-6, man, because he's obviously going one. I don't understand this. I don't think even Drake May can do whatever tape he wants to do. It's already set in stone. I think. It's not gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be boring for the number one pick this team, unless it's the Panthers. But shit, they
traded their number one to the Bears.
They might even think about it.
They traded their first round pick to the Bears. So
the Bears. So the Bears get 2 picks. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but if Justin Fields keeps playing well, maybe.
They're gonna pass on Caleb Williams twice. One and two. They might regret that match. I'm just saying.
Who knows?
That'd be crazy.
I'm just saying. Well, if if Justin Fields plays better, then they're going to be out of the number 1 pick.
Yeah, exactly.
At least with their own pick. That's what I should say.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. All right, man. Let's get into let's just do offense first. I think you went first last time, so I'll go first this time.
Whatever works.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth, man. That's how it is. I have no plan with that, but it is. All right. So, Packers offense here. We're gonna start with the running game. Like I said, this running game is not pretty. It was hard for me to find a good running play. I went through 2 games. It was hard, man, and that's why I'll be mad if they can run the ball. The Raiders, I'll be kind of upset. So here we go. Here's the first run against the Lions. See, the Lions are stacking the hell out of this box. We got 8 in the box, almost 9 technically with the slot receiver right here, and they're gonna run a little outside split zone. No, that's inside zone. Split inside zone a little bit. All right, and really, you see, they just get no push. Like it's like a great block at first. You're like, oh my god, look at that hole, and then somebody's just getting tossed to the side. That's basically the whole film. So you see here, that right there, Aiden Hutchins splits a double team, and then these linebackers are free because of that, and then he gets like 2 yards maybe.
Kind of reminds me of the Raiders at the line.
Yeah,
a little bit.
A little bit. It does. It literally, I was scrolling hard. There was like one Aaron Jones run, I think. It's not this one. All right, so now you see kind of, they have the same problem the Raiders have too. They don't have a good blocking tight end, right? So now they're doing a little counter, right?
Yeah.
And you got the 2 tight ends, but this one's getting kind of blown up. He's getting stood up. And there's really nowhere for Aaron Jones to go. Maybe he could have got Skinny in there, but he did get Skinny in that hole and ended up trying to get 4.
So, bad to get 4.
Yeah. But that's why it's really good running back. So then you get jailbreaks like this, and then see like the tight end, they kind of just go right past the tight end, and that's probably be like somebody like Malik Robinson right there coming to make that play from the slot. Yeah. Like he was that guy wasn't even trying to guard anybody. So that was obviously a tell. So if the Raiders see this guy coming right here, because look at him. Look at his. It's like he's obviously not running a route because he's not looking at me. So hopefully Amik can see that. But this is the Packers run game. I don't know how to explain it, but so here's probably one of the better runs outside zone here. I mean, they are a wide zone team. They like to run a lot of wide zone. You kind of see with the little toss here.
They got the lane.
All right, you got the lane, but you just it's like they don't hold the block. It's like there's a lane, right? And then somebody just gets tossed to the side, just like that. See?
Yeah, someone splits it.
Yeah, somebody splits it. It happens all the time here. So, because this is probably the best run that I saw in 2 games. I think there was the Aaron Jones run that's a little longer that I didn't add, but you guys kind of get at the idea here. But here's one from AJ Dillon. A little inside zone. Go back a little bit. So, I mean, it's basically the Raiders. Yeah, you're right. No push, man. But that was a good run by AJ Dillon. But this, like I said, this is probably the best run you'll see from them. And him just kind of bouncing. So a nice little jump cut here. Yeah, jump cut.
That's duo, actually, but yeah.
That's duo? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
strong side.
Yeah.
The duo inside zone got me mad. All right, here we go.
Gotcha.
One thing this team is really damn good at, though, which kind of makes me a little bit worried, with how the Raiders play offense, is they're the 4th best red zone team in football. They're 69% in the red zone. So they get to the red zone, they score touchdowns. This is not the Raiders, right? And you can see the way they scheme things up. You got a little man-to-man. They get like a pick route. I don't know why it took him so long to throw that ball, but you kind of get the idea here of what they're trying to do. So they're going to pick these 2 guys up here. You have them go a little slant flat look. West Coast, they call it dragon. If you guys want to get cool. All right, so there's that.
Lines miscommunicating too.
Yeah. So here's another one. They're really good. They like to run this route. Basically, this is John Gruden's offense. So you use basically choice dig. So you get the choice route here, and you get the dig on top of it. They might be flipped when they do that. Yes, they are. And then you see pretty good anticipation here by, especially under pressure from Love. The thing about Love, we'll talk about in a second, is like he doesn't care about pressure. It's like a gift and a curse. Like he's like cool and calm, but it's like he's too cool and calm. Like, dog, you got to get rid of the ball. You know what I mean? Like he's like I love how calm he is. He just it doesn't phase him, but you got to get rid of the ball too, man. We'll see it though. In the red zone, man, they're deadly, and then they like to use him with his legs too in the red zone.
Okay, I remember this play.
Right, so they get the quarterback draw easy. You're not ready for that touchdown. He's pretty athletic.
That makes it tough defensively because then you got to put someone in the middle of the field.
Exactly. And then even here, they go zone read, and he does a good job reading that, seeing that defense end crash. He keeps it, and it makes the guy miss. Touchdown. 79%, guys. This is consistent. It's consistency. All right, so Jordan Love here. Really, the Raiders got worried about him stretching the field because that's really what he likes to do. And you can see these type of throws. He can make any throw on the field. Like this is arm talent. Is what he is. Any throw on the field.
So versus cover too.
Yeah. Right in the honey hole, right? So here's another one. He's going right here to this wide receiver in the out route. You can see a great throw from him. Just velocity. Right there. And he does a good job at changing speeds too, which is one thing you see him do pretty well. He's able to change speeds when he throws the football. So I really like that. And then of course he's a great deep ball. Okay. I mean, terrific. so that's why Raiders have to worry. It is a terrific deep ball. Pause, but it is he could throw the football deep. That's one thing he can do, and he likes to do it. And we'll talk about the sacks in a second, but you see the arm talent, even with a little pressure, right there, perfectly. Great catch by Dobbs.
Yeah, he didn't even get a chance to step into it.
No,
flicked it down the field.
Just flicked it down the field. And then one thing they like to do is they're a huge play action team. Okay, so this is gonna be tough on them. We're gonna see Diablo and them. They struggle with play action. It's gonna be fun. All right, but there you see the arm talent again. They like these play action bootlegs. And it's like he can make any throw on the field. So that's why anything's possible. Jordan Love. If he gets out the pocket, he can make any throw. Don't let it. That dude has a huge arm. Sidearm flick right there. And it just looks good. And then here we go. Play action here. Again, kind of the same bootleg. They love these play actions. This is the basis of their offense. Even if they can't run the ball, they will play action you to death. So it's not like Josh McDaniels when he doesn't want to do play action and stuff like that. So we'll see here. We'll see how the Saints play the play action. You're gonna see how these linebackers play it well. I mean, these are some of the best linebackers in football, but got to see how they don't commit too much, right? I mean, they can't run the ball really well, right? And then we kind of close up those. They're in cover 2, so they're kind of closing up everything and forcing them to check down, right? Because that's what you want Jordan Love to do. Because he's going to check down in about 4 seconds. It's not going to be at 2.5. It's going to be at 4 seconds, just like he is right here. He's going to make sure that. Can I fit the ball in there? He's gonna think about it. Can I fit it in there? Maybe I can. I got the arm talent. I got the talent. Maybe no. All right. So that's Jordan Love for real. But this is how you play it. So here's another one. This is the Lions. Of course, we don't have linebackers like this, but we could hope that maybe these guys just ball out this week. And you see they actually commit on it. Okay, so they commit. You see them get back, and they know that there's going to be digs. They do these digs and stuff, and like if they're not doing bootleg, there's a dig behind it. They know that, and he's just going to jump and try to get it. Tips and overthrows, which is a great transition into my next segment here, because that's what you're going to get with Jordan Love is tips and overthrows. So you have to take advantage of him giving you interceptions because I know he hasn't thrown that many. I think he's he's at 5 now. But tips and overthrows.
Big week from Eric.
Yeah, and so here's another overthrow, and they don't get a pick here. So you have to take advantage of these opportunities on this one. So he's gonna try to hit this guy on the seam here, and like I said, overthrow. You gotta pick that. Gotta pick it. So you're gonna get a lot of these. You're gonna get these overthrows because he's not accurate. I mean, he's not the most accurate quarterback. Down to down. I'll just say that he can throw past 20 yards pretty damn well, but other than that, it's not the greatest. And he'll still give you one throwing past 20 yards, just like on this one. He just tosses it in the air and just throws a pick. He just punted it to the Saints. So, it's just these type of things. The Raiders have to be able to take advantage of this because he's a crazy man. He's going to throw it deep anyways. You're playing too high, just like that. He doesn't care. He's going deep, man. So, and then last but not least, I know these guys aren't playing, but this offensive line is not the greatest in the world. And even if they have Jenkins, like I said, they're not going to be taking on Max Crosby. I mean, you kind of just see what's happening here already. And like I said, this is Jordan Love. This is just my favorite thing about Jordan Love. He just doesn't care. He's just cool and calm. He's not going to panic, but I'm going to take a sack because he's just cool and calm. Look at me, just pressure coming. He didn't panic. He just took a sack when he shouldn't have because he just couldn't get to that guy. Yeah. Here we go again. Some more. All right. Like, I think that is Runyon, actually. I feel like I see the name. So maybe Runyon. Yeah. So they could work him. And you could move Max inside just like they move Hutchinson inside.
Yeah.
And, have Jordan Love running for his life. So the offensive line, you see the guy getting outside pressure. That's what I'm talking about, Jordan Love. He just doesn't care, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate this calmness he has in the pocket. Just, this pressure. I'm just keep looking. I'm just trying to throw 20 yards still. All right, so that's the Packers offense. Basically, I mean, there's really nothing else to really show. I was trying to find the most film I could, but these guys, it was offense. Oh my! I took away you. My bad, man. I took you away.
Booting me out of the show.
I know, man. I tried to find as much film as I could. It just their offense is weird to watch. It just wasn't like that many impressive plays. So I was like trying to scroll through it, and they're all like the end of the game. The past 2 games.
Yeah.
So they had some both slow starts. So the Raiders can't let them get off to a fast start. We got to be ready for those play actions. That's a big thing. Those play action passes, that is the basis of this offense. And they got to be like how the Lions were and how the Saints were kind of ready for those things. If they can't run the ball, you don't be crashing. That's the type of thing. Like force them to be able to show you that they could beat our front 4 with their 5, right? And then mix it up that way because if they get in the play action game, which like I said, they don't. Even if they can't run the ball, they are going to play action. It doesn't matter.
Makes sense.
So But and Jordan Love can beat you deep, man. He's got a great arm. He gets time. He can beat you. He's not bad. He's average at this point, I would say. He's not bad to watch on film. I just say he just doesn't care about pressure. That's how you can get him. You can probably get some sack fumbles because he's trying to throw downfield no matter what. He's going to give everybody a chance to get downfield. You can get some sacks on him just from based on how long he holds the ball.
For sure. Yeah, and the play action definitely worries me. Just going back to a couple weeks ago when we were showing Divine Diablo and how much the Raiders struggle and love to come downhill versus the run fakes. But again, hopefully playing a team that doesn't run the ball that great, they'll learn their lesson a little bit and sit back. But neither do the Steelers, so we shall see.
See, LaFleur's stubborn though, man. So he's gonna try to run the ball. He's stubborn.
Yeah.
Maybe he feels like that kind of mixes it up and keeps them honest on it. But yeah.
Well, it's interesting, man. I feel like I kind of had like a similar takeaway from like watching their defense, where I'm like, this defense isn't bad, but like they don't make a ton of plays that like really excite you right now. There's not like a lot of guys that are super exciting. I mean, get into it a little bit, but shall we move on? Go into the Packers offense, Packers defense a little bit.
Let's do it, man.
All right, you got me up there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I might burst your bubble a little bit here with the running game because the Lions, the Packers actually did a pretty good job of stuffing up the Lions zone runs to start the game. But where the Lions started to get them was when they went into their more gap schemes. And I'll show you a little bit of why. Like, here's this first one. It's going to be an outside zone. And TJ Slayton, this guy's a really good defensive tackle. He's kind of the key to their run defense. Like, you see him right there. He's going up against Jonah Jackson, who's a pretty good guard. I think Duke Manyweather the other day was tweeting now he's playing like a top 5 guy. Gets into him. It's off the block. And I mean, that's what, 1-2 yards. And that's the one thing that I kind of noticed is like when this defense is pretty aggressive, they're similar to the Bills, like in that realm. And if you don't fight fire with fire, they'll kind of eat you alive. Like we'll see here a little bit on this one. I think this one's actually a mid zone, and this one's gonna be out on the edge. We got Panda Supplements and Laporta out there blocking. I think there's a little bit of a miscommunication here between Laporta and Sewell. Either way, I mean, Engambare ends up. I hope I'm saying that name right. Ends up splitting them, making the play for a TFL. And there was a lot of plays like that, a lot of negative runs against the Lions when they're in those zone runs. But here we're going to see when they go to their gap scheme, we're going to get some duo here, get some more double teams, get some vertical displacement a little bit. Again, this is TJ Slayton, same guy we watched last time. And also shout out to this block from this receiver. Hopefully that's Jacoby Myers blocking Rudy Ford. I mean, we got a wide lane to score here, right? We just got to make somebody miss, maybe not run into traffic. So again, kind of want to back this up. Like, look at the difference between Slayton and these last 2 plays. I know the safety is a little distracting there with the box, but like right there, like that guy's not making the play at that point. We can get a double team on him. We can even get up to this backer. Like Josh Jacobs, I got a little bit more confidence in him than David Montgomery. I think he can score in that area. All right, so this one, let's see. Duo again, but Packers, I think it's 3rd and 1 or say. I want to say short yardage. Packers are in their tight front, so they can't quite get a double team. And Jonah Jackson's not even going to do the greatest job and get pushed in the backfield a little bit. But again, like look at the difference when he's able to attack him versus, moving laterally or something like that.
Yeah.
To be able to block Slayton. He's at least able to stay in front of him and then create that lane. And then, I mean, they still end up picking up what? Was that 8?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm going. Yeah. Getting there with this one. Duo. Even when you can't get the double teams, if you can at least get off the ball and let your offensive lineman attack them a little bit better, I think the Raiders will have a little bit more success. All right, here we're going to see the similar thing. This one's going to be counter. Slayton again on the weak side here. This one's going to be counter, and same thing. Slayton, they're going to catch the Packers defensive line slanting. I mean, this is a big wide lane. I'll also go over this in a second, but Quay Walker kind of likes to freelance a little bit, like here on this one. Get a pretty good block by the tight end on that's Laporta again. Again, not known for his blocking. To get at least a piece of Quay Walker there and get him out of the gap to pick up some more yards. So again, look at Slayton. Where's our buddy here? Our man of the hour. Able to get on the hip, ride him out, create that lane. That's something Josh Jacobs. That's what we want to see. Right down the hash.
Exactly. I mean, if David Montgomery can get 130 yards, Jacobs can.
Very true. And Montgomery got it like piece by piece too. It wasn't like he had a bunch of like spring long runs. So I think it could be a good day for Josh Jacobs. All right, let's see. We got which one is this one? Oh, we got Quay Walker here. Packers gonna run pin and pull. I mean, again, he's got to play this inside out, right? The way he should, because he can force right now. If he just forces him wide, he forces him into Keyshawn Nixon here. It's a nice gang tackle for gain of 1 or 2, or he can make that play out zone. Over pursues, ends up getting some help from the defensive tackle there. But we'll see this again, where like he's going to give you opportunities to break long runs. This time, all right, we're going to be on the goal line. Get another tight front. This will be the last run clip we'll see for the day. And the Packers, when they get in this tight front and in the goal line, but what they'll like to do is they'll send this 4-eye technique and have him cross the tackle's face and get into the C gap to gap exchange with the linebacker. We'll watch where Quay Walker ends up. I mean, he ends up coming downhill.
Yeah.
Instead of getting into the B gap here. and that's why Montgomery's able to get his head down and score, right? And plus that little crab walk block from Penny School helps a little bit too. So again, those are the two guys that are kind of the keys to me. You can catch Quay Walker trying to play a little bit of hero ball, freelancing a little bit. And two, if you can run duo and kind of get into guys like TJ Slayton on Sunday, then I think you can get after him a little bit in the running game. Moving on to the pass rush. So one of the things that I was talking about in the beginning where they're different from what the Chargers are going to look. Chargers last week, we saw that NASCAR package. That was really nasty on third down. Did quite a few stunts. The Packers aren't going to do that quite as much. They might run a twist every now and again or a line game every so often, but for the most part, they're going to line up and play it. Part of it is they have Kenny Clark, who's been doing this for years. Going up against the old rookie there, Matthew Bergeron. I mean, this is just a beautiful bull rush. I just want to watch this one again. Like, this is picture perfect technique right here. Our helmet's under his. You know, it's a good sign when the center or the guard's got his hands flying up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Walker back, hits Ritter, ball sails on him, and it's a pick.
Yep.
See it again here from Kenny Walker. Goal line, little play action pass this time. This one was dirty. Nice little spin move to the inside. Yeah. Go after him and get him. So definitely one of the key guys to look out for. I think this is one more. Oh, yeah. This one was my favorite. I'm going to go through two guys here against play action for a second. He ends up getting a face mask, I believe, here. But, it's a dirty move when the guy's holding on to your mask.
For real.
Again, that's going to be one of the big things. Got to have a big day from Dylan Parham. The other guy to worry about, and honestly, I wasn't as impressed with him in this game against the Falcons, but Rashawn Gary, he's having like a heck of a year, 30% win rate, higher than like a lot of guys that are rushing the passer more often than him. This is his game right here, speed to power. And I hate to break this to you guys, but Jimmy Garoppolo or Aiden O'Connell, which is going to be Garoppolo is playing, is not running away from this former Feldman freak.
No, he's not.
He's not, yeah. Like, that's a sack. Like, Desmond Ritter can run. That's going to be a sack
or an interception.
Yeah. Last one. Another guy you got to look out for, Devontae Wyatt, second-year pro out of Georgia, having a pretty good year as a pass rusher, as a defensive tackle. This time you kind of get a good picture, too, of, like, what their whole pass rush can do. Because, I mean, like, this ends up turning into a natural line game with him and Preston Smith because, Wyatt beats Bergeron, who's having a rough season so bad that he's able to loop back in and go get the sack.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he misses the sack there.
Yeah.
Kenny, and then we got our other guy, Kenny Clark and Rashawn Gary end up getting it. I mean, Gary, nice job turning speed to power, gets this guy off balance, works back in. So, yeah, that's kind of what makes the Packers pass rush a little bit more scary. Is it's not just one guy that they kind of rely on to get pressure. It's a collection. Kenny Clark's probably the best of them. Been doing it for a while. Gary will come in on third downs. Like I said, one of the tops in pressures right now. Pass rush win rate and all that good stuff. So Raiders offensive line going to have their hands full. Kind of like we were talking about last week. It doesn't get any easier as far as pass rushers. They don't have quite as much of the names on the back of the jerseys like a TJ Watt or Khalil Mack, but these guys are good. They can get after the passer and they can win one-on-one blocks. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. So that was good stuff, dude. This team is like they're mediocre. It's not a mediocre team, man. That's why you're looking at this like, man, if the Raiders don't win this game, how bad are they? Because the only reason they beat the Saints is because Derek Carr got hurt, and we saw how the Saints looked when Derek Carr was healthy. So who knows how that game would have finished, man. And man,
it's a very mediocre team, but like you said, it's also like this will be a good test of like, are the Raiders a mediocre team or are they just bad? Because if they can't pull this one out, like, I hate to break it to people, but it's gonna be a long next few months if it hasn't been already. But we'll see. We'll stay a little bit hopeful. We at least got today to play, or today if this airs on Monday or tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
At least get to the game, Marcus.
Exactly. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, man. It just on film and watching this team, it just was unimpressive. So I wasn't like, oh my, I wouldn't be scared if I was the Raiders watching their film. I wouldn't be like terrified of this team. Maybe the defensive line, which you showed, maybe that's probably their best unit in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, offensively, we'll see how good the defense really is. And on offense, we're going to see how good the offense really is. That's basically what we're going to see. We're going to see today.
We'll see.
Monday. All right. So, all right. Anything else, Matt? Any other thoughts? Process?
Not much,
Something?
man. Like I said, it'll be an interesting game. It'll be a big mediocre bowl, I feel like.
Yeah, mediocre bowl. The mediocre bowl, bro.
Mediocre.
Take the under. That's what I'm doing. Taking the under. That's what I need advice from gambling. Take the under. That's why I think this is going to be like a 2017 slobber knocker. You know what I mean? Or just ugly as hell.
I like it.
I like it. All right, guys. We're out of here. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. And keep enjoying the channel. Of course, we'll be back. I don't know how quick we're gonna get the film out this week, man. It's with the Monday, and then we have to take a turnaround. I don't know how we're gonna do that. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it out for you guys. Maybe like Wednesday night or something. We'll do it. We'll put it out there. But yeah, because we got a quick turnaround. Yeah,
sounds good.
All right, out of here. Peace.